Oh, reverse baseball hat today.
Did I hear a hump day out of you today?
Oh, yeah.
Big hump day guy, huh?
Well, yeah, why not? Why not? Just get it going. Trying to pick up the energy.
I don't really like Wednesdays. I'm not a Wednesday guy.
Not a Wednesday guy?
Not really. Thursdays, though. Hey, catch me on a Thursday. We got some fun.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Listen, dude, let's get it going. Let's start with Vlad. Okay, he's killing it. Major League leading 16th home run last night as they won a game in the Boogie Down. So I'm curious, does he finish top 5 MVP this year?
Don't make me be the bad guy, man. Like, I love what he's doing right now, but no, I don't think he finishes top 5 MVP voting. He's leading the league in pretty much any meaningful offensive category. We're talking homers, RBIs, slugging, OPS plus, total bases, all those good.
Right.
I just don't know how sustainable that is. He's going to have to do that the entire year, and there's going to be adjustments made on him. Can he make those adjustments? He's not going to get value out of his defense, not going to get value out of his base running, so it's all about raking. And he has a 330 BABIP, which is not unsustainable. I just think over the course of a season, like he's high right now, and I think there's going to be some peaks and valleys. He's still a young hitter. I know he's figured it out a little bit. I think he's going to be really good. He's going to have a really good season. I just don't know if top 5, maybe top. You said top 10, I would have said yes, Chris. How about that?
Okay. That's fair. And that's not being a bad guy. He's 22 years old. And by the way, this 16 home runs is already a season best for him in his career. He hasn't played a lot. Last year was a shortened season. The year before that, we get it. Here's why I'm going to say no. Did you check out his home road splits?
I didn't.
Okay. His OPS playing in that bandbox in Dunedin was 1,400. It's 827 on the road, which is significantly above average, but not earth-shattering numbers. They are done playing in Dunedin. They are moving up to Buffalo starting next week. So, if after the month of June, he still has a 1,400 home OPS, then I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm in. I'm buying. I don't see that continuing. So I think he's making major strides this year. And I would agree with you. I think he's going to be on the cusp of top 10 MVP votes.
Yeah, I don't want people to think we're bashing him. He's doing everything. He's hitting the ball harder than ever. He's walking more than ever. He's striking out less than ever. So all those things point to just an absolutely phenomenal year.
Right.
I just think it's a cat and mouse game. Pitchers are going to start showing him some different looks, and I want to see if he can make the adjustment.
Yeah. Well, you know what he can do? Of course, he's got a Hall of Fame father, Vlad. Yeah. And if he's looking for something to get pops, because Dad's got everything, go to dugoutmugs.com, go order up now, and we'll tell you how to save money momentarily. But the cool thing is you can get anything engraved on these things. The Chris Rose rotation, they already hooked me up. So in addition to the dugout mug, you get the wind up. I've got my Cleveland C on there. You can pop open Dad's favorite beverage as well. And then what do we do at the knob shot over here? There we go.
Yeah.
Get that as well. So for the first 500 that go to dugoutmugs.com and use the code word ROSE, you get 35% off your offer. 35%. The next 500 that use the code word ROSE at dugoutmugs.com, you get 30%. Then the next 500, 25%, and so on and so on. Go do your Father's Day shopping early. Get it out of the way. That way, the third Sunday of June, you can just celebrate by watching baseball and watching the final round of the U.S. Open and just chilling and just going, hey, Pops, cheers to you. That's dugoutmugs.com, keyword ROSE. Thank you. All right. Dodgers took care of business again. They won their 8th straight game last night, taking care of the Houston Astros down in Texas. So what was more impressive? The Dodgers' continued winning streak or the performance by their fans? Did you hear what they chanted?
I did. I saw it on your Twitter, man.
They chanted cheaters. At first I said, why are all these Dodger fans chanting heaters? Heaters. It was like 80 degrees still at game time. And I went, oh, it's something else. So what was more impressive?
I think, the fans showing up in droves was awesome. I think it's just the play of the Dodgers, in my opinion. What are they, 8 straight now.
Mm-hmm.
Going into Houston, that's just a tough place to play, cheating or not. Went in and took care of business and handily took care of business. And what I really love was Turner, before the game, him and Mookie Betts take a picture with the trash can in the background, makes a joke about it on social media.
Yep.
That's all fun and games. Then he goes and backs it up in the game, hits a homer, and the Dodgers they're just so damn good. You look at any of their splits, above 500 teams, below 500 teams, road, away, they're just a good team. They had that crazy start to the season, had a lull, and now they're back to doing what they do best. I said nothing can impress me yesterday. The Dodgers can never impress me because I hold them to such a high standard. And now I'm saying, wow, they just impressed me big time last night. They just find ways to impress me day after day after day after day.
Yep. No, they're great. They're really good, and they're going to get better when they start to get a little healthier as well. Some guys are going to start coming back, and they're going to take off. Now, tonight I will be closely watching because Trevor Bauer is on the mound. So something is going to happen. I mean, the guy has been worth every penny so far that they've paid him as far as what he's done on the mound. And then what he's doing to drive opposing fans nuts is equally as entertaining. We saw what he did in San Francisco. If he has another great performance tonight, I mean, right, he might walk off the mound, trash can in hand, banging that thing.
There's no telling what that guy's got planned. And he has something planned. He's probably got 2 or 3 things planned depending on how his night goes. And like you said, if he goes out there and balls out, look out. I don't know what this guy's going to do, but he's been excellent to watch. Like you said, he's been worth every single penny. And we were talking about that in the offseason, man. Whoever got this guy, he's a pitch design master. He's an engineer with everything. And this time, with what pitchers can do with the ball and having the technology, he has just used that to his advantage. And he's gone to another level, man.
Yeah. Hey, somebody just wrote in the chat, F your hat, Chris. Why? What's the matter with this hat? I think it's awesome. I think it's a cool hat. Most people love the hats that I wear every day. I'm just showing love to all 30 teams. Why not? Hey, Plouffe, only 3 games separate 1 through 5 in the National League East. How many of those 5 teams are true contenders at this point?
Now, I don't know what you're talking about, true contender. Talking World Series contenders, or we're just talking about, what do we do?
Playoffs.
Oh, man. I think there's 3 good teams. 3 teams that I would be like, okay, if they get into the playoffs, they can make some noise. Okay, I picked the Braves to win the whole damn thing, so that's 1. The Mets still staying on top with all the people they have injured is very impressive. I like what they do. Their rotation's good. I like their lineup enough. And I'm going to sneak my Phillies in there. No one likes when I do that, but I'm going to sneak them in there. They've gotten pretty good starting pitching. Bullpen's been okay. They're getting our guy Archie back. And I like the lineup. They're hurt right now. JT's out. Bryce is out. I think Gregorius is out as well. So I'm going to pick them. So I'm going to say 3 teams. I think the Braves are still the best team in that division. But it's going to be a fun race, the rest of the season.
So if I'm to stack them right now, I've got Mets, Braves almost interlocking, really close to one another. And to me, I really think the team that could be the 3rd best team in that division and contend for wild card, I'm going to say it. I think the Marlins. Their pitching is really, really good.
It is.
Top 8 in ERA, a lot of strikeouts, not a lot of walks. To me, that's really good, particularly for a young staff. So as long as those guys stay healthy and they can give them starts, they're going to be in games. Now, they've got to get more production outside of their top 3 guys, right? Yeah. Jazz has been great. Miguel Rojas from the Rose rotation has been phenomenal. Jesus Aguilar has been really good. They got to get more production, 4 through 8. And if that happens, they're going to win their share of games. And I know that they're sub 500 right now, but I don't love teams in the Central. San Francisco's the key. They have to kind of fall off in order for a team like the Marlins to have a shot at a wild card. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's possible. Well, where are you going? Where are you going, Gary?
Do you think that was a low battery thing? Do you think the Marlins in a 5 or 7 game set can do it? I mean, I know they have some starters, but that's what I'm thinking. Can they go into the playoffs and win a series like that?
So I don't think they've got enough hitting to do it. To win maybe a 5-game series. Guy gets hot or something, sure. But 7 you really need to produce, and that's the thing that would scare me. Now, could they pull off a midseason trade? They've really built up their farm system. They've really flipped that thing under Derek Jeter. So it's possible if they're willing to part with some of those guys, but I don't think they would be. I just want to see them stick around. I think they've got good energy as a ball club.
I like them. I love watching them play. I think they're a year away. Year or two away.
That's fair. I think that's fair. All right, last night, Boston lost to Atlanta, but Alex Cora said he saw one of the best defensive plays that he's ever seen. He's been around the game an awfully long time. When Kike Hernandez, who on the shift was playing short right field, took like a one-hopper, threw it all the way across the diamond to tag out Marcell Ozuna. Did you think that Cora was kind of overstepping his bounds and just kind of blowing up his guy? Or did you look at that play and say, like, damn, that was special?
I'm looking at it again right now. With where he was, it's not only a great play for him, but also for Devers. When that ball gets hit over that way, you're just kind of assuming that runner's going to go to third. He's going to get the out at first base. But I think Kike, because he is able to play all these different positions, he knows what's going on, and he understands the diamond in a hole. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just heads up baseball. Ozuna, there's no way he thought that ball was coming to third base at all. He's running there, probably picked up his coach late. His coach is saying, get down, get down. I don't know if it's one of the best plays I've ever seen, but definitely like a cool baseball player's smart play. I like it. I like Kike.
I'd like to see more second basemen take chances on that. Like, why do we not try and get a guy at third?
It was one out, so you get the out at first base, and it's 2 outs with a runner on third base, so it doesn't change a ton. If that's no outs, it's an even better play. It's a good play. Cora, I don't know if best play he's seen in a long time, but It was a good play.
By the way, Marcell Ozuna's digit. Did you see his finger afterward?
Mm-mm. I saw he went down hurt.
Yeah, it was all wrecked. It looked like it had popped out. You ever had a finger pop out?
No, I don't, and I don't want that.
Oh yeah, you look, dude, you look pale now.
I don't want that. That's disgusting.
We'll have to do that one time. Okay. Last one. Speaking of injuries, Zach Plesac of my Cleveland Indians ended up on the injured list. Don't do this. Non-displaced fracture in his pitching thumb. How did he do it? Quote, aggressively tearing off a shirt after his poor pitching performance on Sunday.
I've reached around a little bit, trying to get some inside info on this. I didn't get anything back. So I don't know, man. I got to take him for his word. Was he it sounds like he was pissed off, right? Or
here's my guess.
Okay.
Here's my guess. Tear off the jersey or a shirt like this, and you end up banging your hand on a chair. Is that possible?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of things. I want to know, Chris. I want to know the actual story. Whenever something like this happens, you're like, okay, if they're telling you something like that, if they're telling you injured it ripping off his shirt, the actual story is definitely better than that. It's more juicy.
But it's got to be in the neighborhood, right? Like, because I was talking about this with my wife. I was like, do we think this really happened, or is it something else? And Michelle goes, why would Tito come out and make something up like that? It sounds too bizarre. So there's got to be some truth to it, right?
That's true. It is very bizarre. I don't know, man. I just think it's probably an anger, maybe. It had to be, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he didn't pitch well. And so he rips off the shirt. And I don't think he did the banging his hand on something, because they would just say he banged his hand. Why would they add in he ripped the shirt?
I'm thinking maybe he tried to take it off, throw it in his locker, or maybe he was trying to throw it in the laundry hamper and caught his thumb on the chair or the hamper. I don't know, man, but it's definitely not a great injury.
Let this be a word to the wise out there. There really is only one time you should ever aggressively rip off your shirt, and it's not because you're mad at your pitching performance. Ooh. It's because you got stuff to do.
Tell us why.
Because you got stuff to do.
Okay.
The good stuff.
Well, I hope he's okay, man. He's had a couple, last year, not so great for him in the public eye. This is not so great for him in the public eye. Great pitcher, man. Let's just stick the pitching.
And really cares, by the way. Wants to do well.
Yeah, I like him.
All that sort of stuff. And now he's left my Indians, who are struggling at the back end of their rotation, looking around saying, can we get Bauer or Carrasco or Kluber back? And now some of those guys are hurt now.
You want Lindor back?
Huh?
You want Lindor back?
Yeah, I'll take Lindor back. Hell yeah. You know what? You know what would happen if he came back? If he just changed spots for a week, he'd be the old Frankie.
I think
Wouldn't
so.
have to worry about anything. We'd love him. We'd hug him. We'd be doing, we'd show him love. He'd be feeling good.
I think so too.
Anything going on John Boy Media today? What do we got?
We have an interview with Eno Saris on Talking Baseball. I think it already dropped. It premiered this morning, so go check that out. We talk about some of the balls, and he talks about Kluber and a couple indicators and how you can find if guys are going to be good pitchers. So I love talking to Eno. He's a great one. Yep. And then tomorrow we'll have another sequence episode coming out. And that's it. What do you got?
Nothing we're taping today, but, putting the finishing touches, our editor extraordinaire, Robbie Scirocco, shout out, putting the finishing touches on our Archie Bradley episode, which is really good. I mean, it was good to have him back. We'll pub it more tomorrow. And we're just starting to prep for our Trevor May, Rich Hill interview, which is going to happen on Friday. He wanted Rich Hill on. Listen, he's the oldest pitcher in baseball, second oldest player around. And he's got obviously a ton of stories. We're going to dig back into the way back machine for 2005 when he made his major league debut. So we're really starting to get some good stuff. He's a little bit like the Forrest Gump of baseball. He's been involved in some really strange stuff over the years.
I like that.
So it's good. Dick Mountain. We're going to be talking to him about that. So don't worry. Don't worry, everybody. We're back at it again, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific time on Thursday. You good with that?
I'm ready.
Awesome, man.
You know I love Thursdays.
Huh?
I love Thursdays.
I love it. You got through Wednesday, you got through hump day, and now,
baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See, Thursday, you're on the back end. We'll see you then.
Later.